Here's off. On. Wow. Kind of in, flat. Wow, that's kind of amazing. Hey, what's up guys? So I just made my very own Mixbus Processing Rack that now you can use. One of the best pieces of advice I ever got on my journey is to take your final mix and then mix that even more a little further. So what I've done is I've taken my Mixbus chain I always use and I've made a version of it that's only using native Ableton devices. So now anyone with Ableton can basically do the same thing and it's pretty amazing. Let's check it out. Here's the song with this on, but it's not doing anything yet. And as I start turning these up, main thing to note is all of these are going to be very subtle. I've set the range of the macros to be subtle so that even if you crank them all to the max here, it's keeping you within a range appropriate for Mixbus processing, and you can't like just destroy your mix, right? All right, so let's check it out. First, we have a mono bass maker, okay? Anything under this frequency is going to be mono. Now this one's not really obvious to hear it changing necessarily, but what this is going to do is it's going to just focus that low end, which helps when you send it off for mastering, or if you do your own mastering, this is going to help. You may hear the kick in the 808 tighten up a bit when you do this. Stereo width, all right? We're gonna take the whole mix and just push it a little bit, but the key point is a little bit. The highest this goes is 130, so it's not too much, but... Ooh, do you hear that? Just opening up, just really nice and beautiful. And honestly, 130 is kind of a lot. I usually like to be more subtle with this, maybe just 115 or 120. Now we're gonna do subtle glue. Very subtle compression, okay? It's just a little bit going on. Then we have parallel compression blend, and this is actually a very aggressive compression. The transients are just being killed, and it's super extreme. And when we blend this in, it actually adds a lot of character and life. For me, I like having this usually in the -12 to -15 world, and that seems like a good sweet spot. D mud, okay? Now you might think your final mix with no more notes isn't muddy, but often it still kind of is, and you could just give a little scoop here. You'll see even 2 dB is the furthest you could do this dip. So you might turn that up and realize you like that, okay? Sub multiband compression, okay? Again, this isn't gonna sound super different, but this is going to help the mastering phase that comes next. Like the mono bass maker, it's gonna just help like focus that low end and rein it in so that it can get, you know, pushed with the limiter when the mastering happens. So again, just kind of like a low end control on the subs. Now we got saturation, okay? First, you wanna crank this to 100% so that now we can really hear what happens when I start saturating the mids. Nice, a little sizzly for me. That's the extreme of it. Now we can saturate just the highest. Nice, that's too much for me. A little bit is nice. You also could actually crank these more and then back off the dry wet of the saturation if you'd like. Sometimes you'll find that your mix sounds good just giving it a little more brightness. This is already a nice bright mix. That's too much for me. Like a little something something. What's really nice is brightening just the sides and giving those a little high shelf, okay? That creates the illusion of pushing things even wider. It's really nice. Check this out. Especially listen to the shakers. just way more kind of noticeable now. Again, this is all subtle. Even giving that a little bit is cool. Last, we have less harsh. That's only if you're feeling like the crack of the snare is just kind of biting and hurting, then you might want to turn this up, and we'll have a multi-band compression just kind of tame that. I don't think this song needs it too much. All right. Now, as I did that piece by piece, you might not really notice what's even happening, but if I turn this whole thing off and on now, I think you'll kind of be blown away. So this is why Mixbus processing matters and why I made this rack for you. Check it out. Wow, it all of a sudden takes what you thought was a final mix and then turns it into sounding like a polished record. And that is what's up. Let's hear it real quick on another part of the song. Flat. Life. If it's a little too bright, all right, let me just back that off a little bit. All right. All right, let's check it out on a totally different genre of music now, okay? Here's off.
Oh, my baby girl, show what you want to say.
On.
And know that
Wow.
if you stay or if you run,
Kind of in, flat.
either way, it's alright.
Wow, just, that's kind of amazing. Give this a shot and leave a review. Let me know how it worked out for you. I think it will work out wonderfully for you and just kind of level up what you're doing. So have fun with it. Best of luck.